Ladies and gentlemen, today I invite you to embark on a journey of reflection and renewal by embracing the profound wisdom found in Psalm 51. This psalm, a timeless cry for mercy, invites us to explore the depths of our souls and to recognize the transformative power of humility and grace. At its core, Psalm 51 teaches us the importance of confession. In a world that often encourages us to put on a brave face, this scripture reminds us that acknowledging our shortcomings is not a sign of weakness, but rather a courageous step toward healing. It's through this honest reflection that we begin to understand the breadth of God's unconditional love. His grace is not contingent upon our perfection, it is a gift freely given to all who seek it. As we delve deeper, we encounter the theme of transformation. Create in me a clean heart, O God, the psalmist pleads. This is not just a request for forgiveness, but a yearning for renewal. It is a reminder that no matter where we find ourselves on life's journey, we can always choose to start anew. Imagine the blessings that unfold when we open ourselves to this transformation. Prayer plays a vital role in this process. It serves as our lifeline, connecting us to the divine and providing us with clarity and strength. When we begin and end our days in prayer, we cultivate an attitude of gratitude, recognizing the myriad blessings surrounding us. In acknowledging these gifts, we engage in a form of worship that uplifts our spirits and aligns our hearts with divine purpose. Humility, too, is a key ingredient in this journey. It teaches us to approach life with a spirit of openness, allowing us to grow and learn from our experiences. When we humble ourselves, we create space for genuine connection with others. Forgiveness, both giving and receiving, flows from this place of humility, fostering deeper relationships and a more compassionate community. As we reflect on these themes, let us remember the importance of living in alignment with our values. Our actions should mirror the love and grace we wish to embody. By doing so, we find fulfillment not just in our spiritual lives, but in every aspect of our existence. In conclusion, I encourage each of you to start your blessings with a heart full of gratitude. Begin each day with the intention to seek mercy, to embrace transformation, and to live authentically. Let Psalm 51 be your guide, a powerful reminder that no matter our past, we have the divine capacity to renew, to forgive, and to love deeply. Psalm 51 is one of the most poignant and deeply moving texts found in the book of Psalms. Traditionally attributed to King David, this psalm serves as a heartfelt confession after he faced the weight of his own failures. It encapsulates the profound human experience of remorse and the longing for reconciliation with God. The imagery used throughout the psalm vividly expresses the raw emotions of sorrow, shame, and hope for renewal. At its core, Psalm 51 is a powerful plea for mercy and forgiveness, capturing the essence of what it means to be truly contrite. It invites us to confront our own imperfections, reminding us that none of us are beyond the reach of grace. The psalm's language is rich with symbolism, invoking themes of cleansing and transformation. Phrases like "create in me a clean heart" resonate deeply, emphasizing the desire for inner purity and the renewal of the spirit. The power of confession lies in its ability to unlock healing and transformation within us. When we acknowledge our wrongdoings, we take a courageous step toward personal growth and spiritual renewal. Confession is not merely an admission of guilt, it is an act of humility that invites vulnerability into our lives. It allows us to confront the shadows that often weigh heavily on our hearts and minds, freeing us from the burdens of shame and regret. In the context of Psalm 51, confession becomes a pathway to reconciliation not only with God but also with ourselves. By openly recognizing our faults, we create space for forgiveness and grace to enter. This act of honesty is a testament to our desire to change, signaling that we are ready to leave behind old patterns and embrace a new way of being. The psalmist's earnest plea for mercy illustrates how confession can be a powerful catalyst for spiritual awakening. Moreover, confession fosters deeper connections with others. When we share our struggles and admit our imperfections, we break down barriers and cultivate empathy. This openness can lead to healing relationships as it encourages those around us to reflect on their own experiences and to join us in a shared journey of growth. It reminds us that we are not alone in our imperfections, and that our vulnerabilities can become bridges to understanding and compassion. Ultimately, the power of confession transforms not only our relationship with the divine, but also the way we interact with the world. It encourages us to live authentically, to embrace our humanity, and to recognize that seeking forgiveness is not a sign of weakness, but a profound strength. By allowing ourselves to be seen and known, we invite the possibility of renewal and the opportunity to begin again, paving the way for a life rich with purpose and grace. God's unconditional love is one of the most profound and transformative truths found in spiritual teachings, and it resonates deeply within the context of Psalm 51. This psalm serves as a powerful reminder that no matter the depth of our failings or the weight of our regrets, we are never beyond the reach of divine love. It reassures us that God's affection for us is not contingent upon our actions, achievements, or even our piety. Instead, it is a steadfast and enduring love that embraces us in our most vulnerable moments. The imagery in Psalm 51 highlights this concept beautifully. The psalmist, in their plea for mercy, captures the essence of longing for a connection with God that transcends human limitations. When we confess our shortcomings and seek forgiveness, we are met not with condemnation, but with an open invitation to return to a loving embrace. This unconditional love is an invitation to experience grace, a gift that is freely offered, regardless of our past. Experiencing God's unconditional love can lead to profound transformation. It nurtures a sense of worthiness within us, reminding us that we are inherently valuable, not because of what we do, but simply because of who we are. This realization encourages us to let go of self-doubt and shame, empowering us to pursue healing and renewal. When we feel deeply loved, we are more likely to extend that love to others, creating a ripple effect of compassion and understanding in our relationships. Furthermore, God's unconditional love provides a foundation for resilience in the face of life's challenges. Knowing that we are cherished and accepted, regardless of our circumstances, gives us the strength to navigate difficulties with hope and courage. It reminds us that even in our darkest moments, we are never alone, we are always enveloped in a divine presence that cares for us unconditionally. In embracing this truth, we find a source of comfort and encouragement. God's love invites us to trust in the possibility of redemption and transformation. It inspires us to strive for a pure heart, as we are motivated not by fear of punishment, but by the desire to honor the love that has been so generously bestowed upon us. This realization can change the way we view ourselves and the world, fostering an attitude of gratitude and a commitment to live out that love in every aspect of our lives. Transformation and renewal are central themes in Psalm 51, embodying the profound journey from brokenness to wholeness. The psalmist's heartfelt cry for a clean heart and a renewed spirit underscores the deep human desire for change. This longing reflects an understanding that, while we may falter, we possess the capacity to rise again, to become something greater than our past mistakes. The process of transformation often begins with recognition and acceptance of our flaws. When we confront our shortcomings, we open ourselves up to the possibility of change. This act of acknowledgement is both humbling and liberating, as it clears the way for healing to take place. In Psalm 51, the psalmist illustrates that transformation is not merely about external actions, but involves an inner metamorphosis, a shift in our thoughts, attitudes, and motivations. The desire for a pure heart signals a yearning for integrity and alignment between our inner selves and outward behaviors. Renewal also speaks to the restorative power of grace. It reminds us that no matter how far we stray, we can always seek a fresh start. This concept of renewal is deeply intertwined with the notion of divine mercy. When we turn toward God in our brokenness, we invite healing into our lives. The assurance of forgiveness creates a safe space where we can share our burdens and embrace a new identity. This transformative process fosters resilience and hope, encouraging us to believe in the possibility of a brighter future. As we undergo this journey of transformation, we are called to be active participants in our renewal. This may involve cultivating new habits, fostering positive relationships, or engaging in practices that nurture our spiritual growth. The psalmist's plea for God to restore the joy of salvation reflects an understanding that true transformation involves not just a change of heart, but also a rekindling of hope and joy. It invites us to envision a life filled with purpose, where our experiences, both good and bad, contribute to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our connection to the divine. Ultimately, transformation and renewal remind us that we are works in progress. Each day presents an opportunity to realign ourselves with our values and aspirations. The journey may be challenging, filled with moments of doubt and struggle, but the promise of change is always within reach. By embracing the principles found in Psalm 51, we can embark on a path toward deeper authenticity, allowing the transformative power of love and grace to shape us into who we are meant to be. The importance of prayer in our lives cannot be overstated, particularly as we reflect on its role in the context of Psalm 51. Prayer serves as a vital connection to the divine, a bridge that facilitates communication and relationship with God. It is in prayer that we find solace, guidance, and strength, especially during times of struggle and uncertainty. The act of praying invites us to pause, to reflect, and to open our hearts to a greater presence beyond ourselves. In Psalm 51, the psalmist models a deeply personal approach to prayer, emphasizing sincerity and vulnerability. This form of communication is not about reciting rituals or memorized phrases, it is about engaging in an authentic dialogue with God. Through heartfelt prayer, we articulate our innermost thoughts, fears, and desires. This honesty not only fosters intimacy with the divine, but also creates a space for self-examination and introspection. In moments of prayer, we confront our realities and seek clarity, allowing us to align our lives more closely with our values and beliefs. Prayer also plays a crucial role in cultivating a spirit of gratitude. When we take the time to reflect on our blessings, we develop a greater appreciation for the gifts we have received. This gratitude transforms our perspective, helping us to recognize the goodness in our lives even amid challenges. By starting and ending our days with prayer, we reinforce a mindset of thankfulness that can uplift our spirits and ground us in a sense of purpose. Furthermore, prayer can serve as a source of comfort and resilience. In times of distress or despair, turning to prayer can provide a sense of peace that transcends our circumstances. It reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles, we are held in the embrace of divine love and support. This connection offers reassurance that, regardless of our situation, there is hope for renewal and healing. The psalmist's earnest plea for restoration illustrates the power of prayer to bring about change, both within ourselves and in our relationships with others. Moreover, prayer encourages a posture of humility. It acknowledges that we are not in control of everything, inviting us to surrender our burdens and anxieties to God. This act of surrender can be liberating, freeing us from the weight of our worries and allowing us to trust in a higher purpose. In recognizing our dependence on the divine, we cultivate a deeper sense of faith and confidence in the unfolding of our lives. Ultimately, prayer is a transformative practice that shapes our hearts and minds. It invites us to engage in a continuous process of reflection, seeking guidance and inspiration as we navigate the complexities of life. By committing to regular prayer, we create an anchor for our spiritual journey, grounding ourselves in love, hope, and a profound sense of connection to the divine. Through this practice, we not only deepen our relationship with God, but also cultivate a greater awareness of the blessings and possibilities that surround us each day. Cultivating gratitude is an essential practice that can profoundly impact our outlook on life and our spiritual journey. In the context of Psalm 51, gratitude emerges as a response to the acknowledgement of our imperfections and the overwhelming mercy we receive. This practice encourages us to shift our focus from what we lack or the mistakes we've made to the abundance of blessings that surround us, fostering a more positive and fulfilling perspective. When we actively cultivate gratitude, we begin to see the world through a lens of appreciation. It transforms our daily experiences, allowing us to recognize the small joys and the simple pleasures that often go unnoticed. In the midst of challenges and hardships, gratitude helps us to find moments of light and hope. By training our minds to acknowledge what we have, whether it's the support of loved ones, the beauty of nature, or the opportunity for personal growth, we can cultivate a sense of joy that persists even in difficult times. In Psalm 51, the psalmist's plea for a clean heart and renewed spirit can also be interpreted as a yearning for a heart that recognizes and expresses gratitude. This longing reflects a desire to align oneself with the goodness of God and to appreciate the gift of grace. By recognizing the transformative power of forgiveness, we are reminded of the abundance that comes from a relationship with the divine. This gratitude, in turn, motivates us to live more authentically and to share that love and appreciation with others. Practicing gratitude can also enhance our relationships. When we express appreciation for those around us, whether through words, actions, or simple acknowledgement, we strengthen our connections and create an atmosphere of positivity and encouragement. Gratitude fosters empathy and compassion, allowing us to see the humanity in others and to celebrate their contributions to our lives. This interconnectedness nurtures a sense of community, reminding us that we are all part of something larger than ourselves. Moreover, cultivating gratitude has tangible benefits for our mental and emotional well-being. Studies have shown that individuals who regularly practice gratitude experience lower levels of stress, anxiety, and depression. By focusing on the positive aspects of life, we can shift our mindset away from negativity and cultivate resilience. This shift not only enhances our emotional health, but also strengthens our spiritual foundation, allowing us to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and grace. Incorporating gratitude into our daily routine can take many forms. It may involve keeping a gratitude journal, where we record the things we are thankful for each day, or engaging in reflective practices that invite us to ponder the blessings we often take for granted. Setting aside moments for intentional gratitude, whether during prayer or meditation, can deepen our appreciation for the present moment and foster a sense of connection to the divine. Ultimately, cultivating gratitude is a transformative practice that enriches our lives and our spiritual journeys. It invites us to embrace a mindset of abundance and to celebrate the beauty that exists in our lives, even amidst imperfection. As we learn to recognize and appreciate the gifts we receive, we not only enhance our own well-being, but also create a ripple effect of positivity that can inspire and uplift those around us. In doing so, we align ourselves more closely with the message of Psalm 51, embracing a heart full of gratitude that opens us to love, forgiveness, and renewal. Humility plays a pivotal role in our spiritual lives and is intricately woven into the fabric of Psalm 51. It is the recognition of our limitations and imperfections, and understanding that we are all works in progress. Embracing humility allows us to approach life with a sense of openness and a willingness to learn, acknowledging that we do not have all the answers and that we are in need of grace and guidance. In the context of the psalm, humility is essential for genuine repentance. When the psalmist pleads for mercy and forgiveness, it is an act rooted in humility. This acknowledgement of wrongdoing is not merely a superficial admission, it reflects a deep understanding of the consequences of one's actions and the desire to make amends. Humility invites us to be honest with ourselves and with God, breaking down the barriers of pride that often prevent us from seeking help and healing. Moreover, humility fosters a spirit of connection with others. When we recognize our own fallibility, we become more empathetic to the struggles of those around us. This shared understanding of being human enables us to approach relationships with compassion rather than judgment. In a world that often values achievement and superiority, humility invites us to celebrate the strengths and contributions of others, creating a sense of community that is grounded in mutual respect and support. The practice of humility also encourages us to listen more deeply and to be receptive to different perspectives. It opens our hearts to the wisdom that can be found in the experiences of others, allowing us to grow and evolve in our understanding. This willingness to learn and adapt is crucial in our spiritual journeys, as it helps us to align our actions with our values and to make choices that reflect our higher selves. Additionally, humility is a powerful antidote to fear and anxiety. When we release the need to control every outcome or to present ourselves as flawless, we find a sense of freedom. This liberation allows us to embrace vulnerability, leading to deeper connections with ourselves and with God. In prayer, for instance, approaching the divine with humility invites an openness to receive love and guidance, making space for transformation and renewal. Ultimately, the role of humility is foundational in our quest for growth and understanding. It allows us to navigate the complexities of life with grace, acknowledging both our strengths and weaknesses. As we cultivate humility, we open ourselves to the beauty of the human experience, embracing both the challenges and the joys that come with it. In this way, humility becomes a pathway to deeper relationships, personal transformation, and a richer connection to the divine. Community and forgiveness are deeply interconnected themes that resonate throughout Psalm 51 and enrich our spiritual journeys. At the heart of both concepts lies the understanding that we are not isolated beings, rather. We exist within a web of relationships that shape our experiences and define our humanity. Forgiveness, both given and received, plays a crucial role in fostering a sense of belonging and connection within our communities. In Psalm 51, the psalmist's plea for mercy and cleansing highlights the importance of acknowledging our shortcomings, which is essential for both personal healing and communal harmony. When we confess our mistakes, we not only seek forgiveness from God, but also from those we may have wronged. This act of humility opens the door to reconciliation and rebuilding trust within our relationships. Forgiveness creates a space where we can let go of resentment and bitterness, allowing love and understanding to flourish. Communities thrive on the principles of compassion and support, and forgiveness is a fundamental aspect of cultivating these values. When we forgive others, we demonstrate a commitment to empathy and the recognition that everyone is fallible. This acknowledgement fosters an environment where individuals feel safe to be vulnerable, to share their struggles, and to seek help. In this way, forgiveness strengthens the bonds that hold communities together, nurturing a sense of unity and shared purpose. Moreover, the act of forgiving can have a transformative effect not only on the individuals involved but also on the larger community. When forgiveness is practiced, it ripples outward, encouraging others to embrace the same spirit of understanding. This can lead to a culture of grace, where individuals are more likely to support one another through difficulties and to celebrate each other's successes. The collective commitment to forgiveness cultivates resilience within the community, allowing it to navigate challenges more effectively. Forgiveness is also essential for our personal growth. Holding on to grudges can weigh heavily on our hearts, leading to feelings of anger and frustration that can hinder our ability to connect with others. By choosing to forgive, we free ourselves from these burdens and open our hearts to healing. This inner transformation often inspires a desire to contribute positively to our communities as we become more aware of the importance of compassion and understanding in our interactions with others. In the context of spiritual practice, the act of seeking and granting forgiveness can deepen our relationship with the divine. It invites us to reflect on the ways we have fallen short and encourages us to extend grace to others as we have received grace ourselves. This cycle of forgiveness not only nurtures our own souls but also embodies the essence of divine love, reinforcing the notion that we are all interconnected in our shared humanity. Ultimately, community and forgiveness are vital components of a life lived in alignment with spiritual principles. They remind us that while we may stumble and falter, there is always the opportunity for renewal and reconciliation. By embracing these themes, we can create a more compassionate world, where love and understanding take precedence over division and strife. In doing so, we fulfill our inherent desire for connection, fostering a spirit of harmony that enriches both our individual lives and the communities we inhabit. Living in alignment with our values is a powerful guiding principle that can profoundly shape our lives and enhance our sense of purpose. When we align our actions with our core beliefs, we create a harmonious existence that fosters authenticity and fulfillment. This alignment is essential for cultivating a life that reflects who we truly are, rather than conforming to external pressures or expectations. In the context of Psalm 51, the longing for a clean heart and a renewed spirit echoes the desire to live in accordance with one's values. The psalmist's heartfelt plea for forgiveness illustrates the importance of self-reflection and the commitment to growth. Acknowledging our mistakes is not merely about seeking absolution, it is about recognizing the ways in which we may have strayed from our values and taking active steps to realign ourselves. This process of introspection allows us to identify the principles that truly matter to us and to commit to living by them. When we live in alignment with our values, we experience a greater sense of peace and satisfaction. This congruence between our beliefs and actions creates an inner stability that allows us to navigate challenges with clarity and confidence. We are less likely to be swayed by external influences or to compromise our integrity when we are firmly rooted in our values. This steadfastness fosters resilience, enabling us to stand firm in our convictions even in the face of adversity. Moreover, living in alignment with our values enhances our relationships with others. When we are authentic, we naturally attract like-minded individuals who share our beliefs and aspirations. This alignment fosters deeper connections and a sense of belonging as we engage in relationships built on mutual respect and understanding. Our interactions become more meaningful as we are able to communicate openly and honestly about what matters most to us. Ultimately, the journey of living in alignment with our values is an ongoing process that requires mindfulness and commitment. It invites us to continually assess our choices, to seek clarity about what truly matters, and to embrace growth and transformation. As we navigate this path, we not only cultivate a more authentic and fulfilling life for ourselves, but also contribute to a more compassionate and harmonious world. In this way, living in alignment with our values becomes not just a personal endeavor, but a collective aspiration that enriches the fabric of our communities and the connections we share with one another. As we reflect on the themes woven throughout Psalm 51 confession, transformation, unconditional love, humility, gratitude, community, forgiveness, and living in alignment with our values, it becomes clear that these concepts are not just theological ideas, but practical principles that can profoundly impact our lives. Each of us has the opportunity to embrace these teachings, inviting them to shape our daily actions and interactions. In conclusion, I encourage you to begin this journey by taking a moment for self-reflection. Acknowledge areas in your life where you may need to seek forgiveness or where you have strayed from your values. Allow yourself the grace to express your vulnerabilities, both to God and to those around you. This act of confession is a powerful first step toward transformation and renewal. Next, cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Make it a daily practice to recognize the blessings in your life, no matter how small. Start a gratitude journal or take a few moments each day to reflect on what you appreciate. This simple act can shift your perspective, helping you to focus on the abundance that surrounds you rather than the scarcity. As you move forward, consider how you can embody humility in your interactions with others. Approach your relationships with empathy and understanding, recognizing that we are all navigating our unique journeys. By fostering a spirit of forgiveness, you can help build a community where love and support thrive. Reach out to someone you may have had a conflict with and take the first step toward reconciliation, or offer your support to someone in need. Living in alignment with your values requires intentionality. Take time to identify what truly matters to you and evaluate how your daily choices reflect those beliefs. Set goals that align with your values, whether they involve personal growth, service to others, or nurturing your spiritual life. Each decision you make can become an expression of your commitment to living authentically. Ultimately, I urge you to approach each day as a new opportunity for growth and connection. Allow the teachings of Psalm 51 to guide you as you seek to live a life rich with purpose, compassion, and love. Embrace the power of prayer as a means of deepening your relationship with the divine and with yourself. Trust in the process of transformation, knowing that each step you take can lead to a renewed spirit and a clearer heart. As you embark on this journey, remember that you are not alone. Together, we can create a community that embodies these values, where forgiveness is extended, gratitude is shared, and love is abundant. Let us commit to living in a way that reflects the beauty of our shared humanity, uplifting one another as we navigate the complexities of life. By doing so, we not only enrich our own lives, but also contribute to a world filled with hope, healing, and harmony.